Resume. Hello and welcome back to the topic ordering in chapter numbers. So let's get started. First, we have to understand what is ordering. It is arranging of numbers or quantities in a specific sequence. It could be either from smallest to largest, which is what we call ascending order, or from largest to smallest, which is what we call descending order. And why is it important? It is essential for comparing values in various real life situations, such as we have prices, temperatures, or measurements. Or it is foundational for understanding other mathematical concepts where we are going to talk about inequalities as well. So first, let's talk about a few inequality symbols that we must have an understanding of. First, we have a pointing rightward bracket. And this pointy bracket shows that this is a greater than sign. We could say 5 is greater than 3. We could say 3 is greater than 2 or 7 is greater than 1. All of these conditions are true. But the conditions that are not true are going to be the vice versa of it. For example, 2 is greater than 3 is a false situation. So it will not use the greater than sign. Similarly, we have the less than symbol, which is the opposite of the greater than symbol. Rather than pointing rightwards, we are now pointing leftwards. It is read as less than. For example, 2 is less than 7. A tip here is that the opening of the point bracket shows the greater number side. For example, in the greater than symbol, the number on the left of this symbol is going to be the greater number. And in the less than symbol, the number on the right is going to be the greater number. So we can keep it in mind that the pointing side is the smaller number and the open side of the bracket is siding towards the greater number. Similarly, we have greater than or equal to symbol, that is the same greater than symbol but with a straight line underneath it. We could read it as x is greater than or equal to 5, which would mean that x can be 5 or anything larger than 5. It cannot be 4.99, it cannot be 4.98. All of these values would be less than 5, and this is where the condition is going to be false. Similarly, we have less than or equal to symbol, which is y is less than equal to 10. If we were to say, we could, it would mean that y can be 10 or any number smaller than 10. It cannot be any number greater than 10. It cannot even be 10.01. Even that would be considered a greater number. And lastly, we have equal to and not equal to sign. Equal to sign is what we are accustomed to, we are used to. It means that the number on the left is always equal to the number on the right. And the not equal to sign does not quantify as any of the values of greater than or less than. It just means that the values are not equal to each other. Now let's talk about ordering some integers. If we have any integers and we are asked to arrange them in any particular order, let's say in this example, we have arranged the following integers in ascending order. By ascending order, we mean that the smallest number is going to be on the leftmost side and the largest number is going to be on the rightmost side. So we would go something like, if we are given -3, 5, 0, -7, and 2, we can see that -3 is certainly smaller than 5, but 0 is greater than -3 but less than 5. So it would lie somewhere between -3 and 5. Similarly, -7 in this list is the smallest number. Therefore, it should be on the leftmost side if we are talking about an ascending order term. So 2 is going to be just before 5. So we are going to arrange them accordingly, where -7 is the smallest number that goes to the leftmost side of the answer. Then we have -3, then we have 0, then we have 2, and then we have 5. Similarly, if we were going to do it in a descending order, we would just reverse the sequence. It would go 5, 2, 0, -3, and -7. But that would be only in the case of descending order. Next, we are talking about ordering decimals. In this particular example, we are to arrange the following decimals in descending order. We have 0.75, 0.8, 0.25, and 0.5. Here are a few things and tips that we should remember. If decimals have different number of decimal places, then add zeros to the rightmost side to make them equal. For example, 0.5 that is given here does not have any values that are coming after it. We have only one decimal place. So we could write it in two decimal places because we have 0.75 and 0.25, which are both two decimal places. So we are going to convert the one decimal place numbers into two decimal place numbers. So they are going to be something like 0.5 will convert it to 0.50, and 0.8 will convert into 0.80. So we can now start comparing them, and we are going to compare digit by digit starting from the leftmost digit. So it's going to be something, since we are talking about descending order, we are going to find the highest value, which is 0.80 in our case. So 0.8 becomes the first value, then we have 0.75, then we have 0.5, and then we have finally 0.25. Now let's talk about ordering fractions. Fractions can be ordered in two different ways. The first one is to find a common denominator, and the second one is to convert it to decimal. How they are done, let's see them. If we are talking about the common denominator value, then which is the first method, we are going to find the LCM of the denominators. Then we convert each fraction to an equivalent fraction with the common denominator. Let's take a look at this example. We are giving 1 over 2, 3 over 4, and 1 over 4, and we are to arrange them in ascending order. We know that 1 over 4 and 3 over 4 have a same denominator, whereas 1 over 2 has a different denominator. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to convert it into a value that has the same denominator. So we are going to take the LCM of 2, 4, and 4. So the LCM is going to be 4, and then 1 over 2 can be rewritten as 2 over 4. So we get 1 over 4, 2 over 4, and 3 over 4. And now we can arrange them. After arranging them with the same denominator and comparing the values in the numerator, we get 1 over 4, 2 over 4, and 3 over 4. And then we just put them back into the form that they were given in the question. That is 1 over 2, 1 over 4, 1 over 2, and 3 over 4. And that is our answer. The other method is to convert to decimal. How we do this is we divide the numerator by the denominator for each fraction, and then we compare the resulting decimal values. We are giving the same three values, 1 over 2, 3 over 4, and 1 over 4, and we are asked the same question of ascending order. How we are going to do it is we are going to simply convert 1 over 2 into its decimal form, that is 0.5. 3 over 4 would become 0.75, and 1 over 4 would become 0.25. We will have these three values, and now we can compare them, and we know that since we are putting them in ascending order, they are going to be 0.25, 0.5, and 0.75. And now we can put them in their back to their fraction form. That would be 1 over 4, 1 over 2, and 3 over 4. The answer is going to be same. Now let's talk about ordering mixed numbers. We have 2 whole 1 over 3, we have 1 whole 3 over 4, and we have 3 whole 1 over 2, and we are to arrange them in descending order. The answer is simply 3 whole 1 over 2, 2 whole 1 over 3, and 1 whole 3 over 4. Now there are a few tips that we should keep in mind. The first one is we compare the whole numbers part first. If we have differing whole number values, we are simply going to put them in the descending order of the whole number values. We are not even going to see the fraction part. But if they have the same whole number value, let's say we have 2 as a whole number for one value and 2 as a whole number for the second value, then we are going to see the fraction part, and then we are going to arrange them based on their fractioning value. In this case, we have all the whole number parts different. So we are going to put them in order of 3, 2, and 1. So it becomes 3 whole 1 upon 2, 2 whole 1 upon 3, and 1 whole 3 over 4. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure to answer them as soon as I can. Until then, have a good day.